We know the stress. We know the stress. We did it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to No Stress, Just Good Vibes, the only podcast where you are entertained with absolute good vibes. How do you feel about besties of the opposite sex when you're in a relationship? Stick with me as I dive into sensitive and heartbreaking issues about this topic. I promise this episode will be very interesting. I am Emmanuel Frey, the host for this podcast. You can find me on Facebook at Emmanuel Afre, on Twitter. Twitter at Kojo_Stana, and on Instagram at Kojo_S_. On TikTok at Just Good Vibes. It's spelled JUXGUDVIBEZ. This podcast can also be found on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Deezer, Podchaser, and YouTube. I have realized that a lot of people have reasons why they actually choose the opposite sex as their best friends, or in quotes, their besties. Some girls say that girls are dramatic, so they would actually prefer to be besties with a guy. Some also say that they actually have brothers, so they actually enjoy the company of guys, so they wouldn't mind having a guy as a bestie. Some people too, it just happens, like when things are so common between them and they feel so comfortable with each other, it just happens. They don't have to even force it, and this is where that's brother zone level they come inside. That is when you are zoned. That is where you are zoned. The brother zone. That's what I don't think a lot of guys enjoy being, or a lot of girls. I don't know about girls anyway, but I know a lot of guys don't enjoy being in that brother zone. And the guys too, sometimes when they propose to the girls, yeah, and the girl actually declines the proposal. And it's not like the girl declined the proposal because like she doesn't like you or anything, It's just because she just doesn't have that kind of relationship kind of vibe. She wants to she doesn't have that kind of sexual kind of attraction towards you. So but then they actually like you. So it actually turns out to be kind of like a bestie kind of thing. And trust me, the boys today, they enjoy being in that bestie zone, because last if the breakfast happens, last them then go enjoy. And some people also say, I mean, they actually choose the opposite sex as a best friend because they want to understand the opposite sex better. Hey, this thing, I ask myself, I'm not sure you can actually understand a human being, because I feel like we change. We all change, like as time goes on, like we change. So it's going to be really hard if you say you want to understand like a particular gender. I mean, you want to understand guys or you want to understand girls. Hey, it's going to be some difficult calls for you to understand. Another reason why some people actually end up being, I mean, friends with the opposite sex is if they are friends with someone from childhood. They kind of like turn out to be besties because they've known each other for years. Funny enough, rumor has it that people who have actually known each other for years, I mean, who actually fall under this category, normally are, hmm, you know, you know, you know what I want to talk about. So rumor has it that people in this category are usually having sex. Me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's what they said. I mean, there are a lot of reasons why people end up having the opposite sex as a bestie. There are lots of reasons. People have so many reasons. And I mean, it is their choice. You can't actually blame them. They have their own reason why they want to have the opposite sex as a best friend. But when you are having this bestie and this bestie ends up having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, don't you think it has an effect on the bestie relationship and the boyfriend girlfriend relationship you've got yourself involved? I mean, this is how it could affect the bestie relationship. The bestie relationship obviously could end. And number one, for example, if you are in a relationship with someone, yeah, and then you have a bestie, and this person that you're in a relationship is not really happy for the fact that you are having the opposite sex as a bestie. The person will actually feel some way, and I mean it will bring plenty problem. And in a way, probably their bestie to I mean the person in the relationship to go and tell their bestie about, oh, this is how my boyfriend or my girlfriend feels about the relationship, and blah 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 blah. And the bestie also will feel like, you know what, I don't want to be a barrier between you and your relationship. I mean, I don't want to be the problem of your relationship. So if I'm going to be the problem, it's just it's just best for me to just walk away. And this just ends the bestie relationship. And vice versa. Number two, it could be like the other way around. The person who is now in a relationship will now come and tell their bestie, like, you know what, right now I'm in a relationship and my boyfriend or my girlfriend is kind of like insecure or is not really happy about the fact that I have you as a bestie. So I think we should just end this, and it will just help my relationship because maybe this person wants to get married. This person is looking forward to a good future or something. So this person is now taking the boyfriend or the girlfriend over the bestie, and this could also end a relationship. Now, these are the reasons how this is how I think, this is how I feel it's could have effect. This is how I feel it will have an effect on the bestie relationship. Now, on the boyfriend girlfriend relationship, that's the new relationship that you've found yourself into. Number one, it could build insecurity. Insecurity. God, it could build insecurity, especially if this bestie is always is always in touch with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, like always all the time on the phone talking for hours, like meeting up, hanging out, that kind of vibe. And this thing will actually build some kind of insecurity, and it will obviously have a very big effect on the relationship. Or maybe sometimes when your boyfriend or girlfriend compares you to the bestie, maybe in an argument or maybe in a conversation, you will be like, "Ah, why you comparing me? Why, what is so special about this person? Why, if this person is actually um um what you want, why don't you just go in for the person?" That kind of thing. And This one is also going to, build some form of insecurity. And then again, when like your partner, like you're in a relationship, and then your partner actually feels like this bestie that you are actually calling your bestie, you are seeing, I mean, the person is actually seeing some awkward things, like the way the person even hugs you, or the person, like, you know, some probably some sensitive, something awkward that the person, is doing, and the partner feels like, oh, this thing, this is questionable. It could also build insecurity. But aside all this, you know, you and I know that that jealousy in us is there. You would definitely be jealous. You definitely get jealous about the whole thing. Like, why is, I mean, why are you having the opposite sex as a best friend? Why are you having a boy as a bestie, or why are you having a girl as a bestie? And this will obviously end the relationship, and this is another effect that it will have on the relationship. If there are insecurities, there's a high possibility that the relationship will end. The relationship will end when the person the boyfriend or the girlfriend in a relationship who feels insecure will be like, no, I cannot take this. This insecurity is too much. The person would just want to end the relationship, or vice versa. The person who has the bestie would now choose the bestie over the relationship, because the person will feel like, you have known this person for how many years now? This person has been there for me through thick and thin. There's no way I'm giving up on this person because of your insecurity. No, this could obviously end the relationship. And you know, one other thing too, another reason why, the guy or the girl could actually break up because of the insecurity is also for the fact that, like, there are rumors going on that besties are 100% sleeping together. They actually have a sex. So even having that thought alone, even having that thought alone, and also having the thought that, okay, having the opposite friend, the opposite sex as a best friend, how, obviously maybe something will go on. So that alone could is a whole mental wrestling on its own, and it will just end the relationship. My take on this is, it's not actually comfortable, to be honest, when you're actually in a relationship and your partner actually has the opposite sex as a bestie. I mean, if it was me, self, I would not be happy about it. But because, it is a whole psychological wrestling. That thing is a whole psychological wrestling. So I advise that if you truly have a bestie, the opposite sex as a bestie, and it's a non-affair opposite sex bestie affair. I mean, it's a non-affair opposite sex relationship. You need to introduce them to your partner, even though your partner will not be even happy about it. Because some people actually feel like, yes, you're actually disrespecting them, or they're actually jealous of the fact, or that whole jealousy thing is still there. And and also vice versa. Your bestie could also feel like, could also be jealous, like, who is this person, when did this person come that you're coming to introduce this person to me? Or maybe even this bestie could even have some feelings for you, some sort of feelings for you, sort of, which could, you know you know what I mean. So yeah, you should actually still, but at the end of the day, you should still introduce them to your partner and everything. I feel that one could also help because at the end of the day, you are trying to build trust, and you should also get them involved in the relationship. I feel you should involve your partner into your your friendship relationship so that it will also help them build some trust and confidence in your bestie relationship that you're having. That yo, yeah, this is like just bestie, really bestie, and there's nothing really going on. Because remember, your partner should be your number one bestie and no one else. I'll end here, and I would like to end here with these two questions. Do you believe most besties are having sex? And what do you think your bestie will say when you prank them that you're horny? I mean, you can try this. Share your thoughts and your comments in the comment section or join our Telegram channel. You can find the link below. There will definitely be a part 2 of this episode where there will be guests to make it more interactive. I am still working on to get microphones. So if you love this and would want to sponsor me with microphones, my doors are open. God richly bless you. We know the stress. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. If you did, kindly like this, leave a comment, and share this podcast. I'll see you again next time. It's no stress, just good vibes. I'm out. Cash up got these niggas relaxing in bands. Told you multiple times.